Everything's working great! All systems go, full speed ahead! Uh-oh! What's this? No! Ah! I'm out of control! Mayday! Mayday! Going down! Ah! Look out below!
Boy, you're lucky I saw you come down. So what went wrong anyway? It's not like you to crash like that.
Yeah, it's just that I'm testing a new prototype power supply, and it's not fully compatible yet.
You can always borrow my plane, the Tornado, if you want.
Thanks, Sonic. But if I can make this work, it'll run circles around yours. Check out this power supply!
It's a Chaos Emerald! No way!
I was lucky to find one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. They have unlimited mystic powers. Now I want to harness that power to fly my plane. Let's go to my workshop in the Mystic Ruins and I'll show you what I've been working on. We'll go to the station, hop on a train, and get there in no time.
Hey everyone! This is Hiroton Almighty 2011. Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure DX HD. In the last episode, we finished Sonic's story, and that was about, about like a year ago. In this episode, we're starting off Tails' story. Tails controls about the same that he does in the classic games. You know, run, jump, and all that. Thing is, the characters that aren't Sonic, they don't have a spin attack, they now have their own secondary, action. With Tails, it's his famous tail spin. He does technically have a spin dash if you run and press B or X, but that's about it for it. Before we continue on, I have to apologize. Again, my upload schedule is pretty erratic, and frankly, it's been a good while since we came back to this LP. Yeah, the LP parts have been very sporadic to say the least. Before I begin with the rest of the adventure, I should point out 2 things. One, because Tails is small enough, you can actually drown in this pool, which I find actually kind of hilarious. And 2, this section here, you might have noticed in the cutscene before, isn't, wow, these girls look really polygonal when I look up close. These girls, not these girls, geez. This area right in here, you may notice in the cutscene prior that when Sonic's story began, he was rescuing Tails. Something that this game does is that the story is the same overall, but the dialogue is different and everything, and some cutscenes are different because it's from that character's perspective. Some would say that what happens in terms of, like, actual, like, the canon of the writing is Sonic's story, but it's something that was only done for the American version, since the Japanese version, all the dialogue is the same. Don't believe me, play it in Japanese. But it is something interesting. Okay, I digress. You notice how Tails was rescued from Emerald Coast, and if we try to go to Emerald Coast, it just says, "No swimming!" Which doesn't explain why it's closed. I guess attack of orca whales or something. Realistically, that wouldn't happen. But something that I shouldn't mention, and I'll show a clip of it near the end of the LP when I show off glitches and all that. In the GameCube, and I believe the Dreamcast version, I'll put a thing up here if I'm wrong, you can use Tails' flight after getting an upgrade or so to clip through this wall, go around the modeling of this area, and actually play through Sonic's first act of Emerald Coast. The thing is, if you do, it's only through the first act, and after that, you either die or the level just ends, because it's just a void. Insert picture of X death. So, I generally like to do that for some playthroughs, and I remember back when I recorded this game, back, like, in 2012, on a VHS tape, I actually did Emerald Coast first, and Tails' playthrough first, and then did the rest of the game. Mostly just because I like showing that off. You can go to Emerald Coast as, I believe, technically every character because of this, but it's not possible in the HD version just because, well, the HD version added in a lot of invisible walls, and one of them is right there, so I can't get there anymore. Anyway, let's continue on with the story. Funny thing is, you can come up here, if you remember back when I played Sonic Story, you can come up here where Sonic got his crystal ring, if I can get up there, thank you. And you can actually still collect rings over here, but if you try to get into this door, it's physically impossible with Tails unless you're really good at playing video games. And yeah, you might as well not even bother because nothing in there for you, and you have the possibility of getting trapped. There's also a glitch you could do here in the GameCube version, which I'm not sure you can do here now, but maybe see if I can try to attempt it. Oh no, it is still possible. Before I kind of messed it up there. If you do this Tails' version of Spin Dash, this also works with Knuckles over in that section, you can pretty much see Tails vanish into himself. Again, insert picture of X-Death. Now, interestingly enough, there's actually an upgrade you can get for Tails right away, and I just noticed there aren't any cars going around. That's weird. The upgrade you want to go for Tails is right here, and I didn't know this as a kid. I actually had to figure this out when I was a teenager. You fly up to this seemingly random hole in the wall, well, hole in the ceiling, and
Look, it's your jet anklet. Its jet power makes you fly faster.
I think the Flying Ball of Justice pretty much summed up perfectly what that upgrade is. Pretty much, your flying speed is increased by 2 now. So, Tails is the fastest character in terms of flying in the air. Other than that, he's a bit slower than Sonic, but pretty much the whole thing is, it somewhat follows 06 logic, where every character isn't faster than Sonic, but they're faster than him in another respect. So they still run a decent pace and all that, but yeah. Anyway, if you remember Sonic's story, we have to go over and fight Eggman near Tails' workshop, so let's go there by, yeah, just flying.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Sonic and Tails.
It's Eggman!
Silence! I am Dr. Robotnik, the most cunning scientific genius in the world!
Yeah, right, Dr. Eggman.
Enough! I've been working on a master plan, but now it's time to put it to work!
That usually means trouble coming from you.
Don't even try to interfere this time. Give me that Chaos Emerald, or else...
Or else what, huh?
Or else I'll take it from you the hard way.
Okay, I'm sorry about the weird cut there. For some reason, I looked over at my computer screen and it said that there was a bunch of frame drops. Unfortunately, in this version of the Egg Hornet fight, you can't quick kill it like Sonic can. At least I don't think you can. So you just have to fight it normally. You already know the whole gist, but you just can't homing attack it, so I'm just gonna have to... Ow! I can't believe I just got hit on this fight. I'm gonna shut up now. I can't believe I got hit on this fight. Anyway, I was just about to comment on the fact that I can't believe, today is, July 19th, 2015, and the Game Grumps started playing Sonic Adventure DX, and I'm sorry, ever since Sonic 06, I don't want to watch them play a Sonic game again because Sonic Boom, at least Rise of Lyric, whoa! At least in terms of Sonic Rise of Lyric's case, I know Rise of Lyric is a terrible game, so I don't mind watching that even though Aaron sucks at video games. But after Shadow, I don't want to watch Aaron ever play a Sonic game again because every time he plays a Sonic game, he criticizes it. He criticizes his bad playing as the game's fault. And he died on Chaos Zero. He died on Chaos Zero and blamed the game for it. That's all I gotta say right now. I'll just shut up for the cutscene.
That was just too easy.
Gotcha!
Hey, he snagged it.
Chaos could use a little snack.
Who's Chaos?
That's the monster I saw the other day.
Monster?
Yes, it's really happening. Just as the stone tablet said it would. Hear this, Sonic? Chaos' strength increases every time I give him a Chaos Emerald. All he needs is 7 emeralds to become invincible. Then he will turn Station Square into rubble, upon which I will build the ultimate city, Robotnik Land. You ready, Chaos? Let's go find the next one. Come on.
Thank goodness they're gone. Good riddance.
We can't let that monster get any bigger. It could get ugly.
You're right. Chaos must be stopped. And he can be if we keep him away from more emeralds, right? So what do you say, Sonic? Let's find the Chaos Emeralds before Eggman does.
Okay, so, continue. So, to say something about Tails' story quickly, Tails' story is only half as long as Sonic. Sonic is honestly the longest story in the game just because he pretty much goes to every stage with the exception of one, which we'll see later. Tails goes through half of Sonic's stages, so his first stage is actually Windy Valley. And Tails' stages all consist of racing. You basically go through all Sonic's stages for the most part, and you race Sonic, and you try to beat him to the goal. The thing is, because Tails can fly, and especially because now I have that upgrade for faster flying, you can absolutely break these stages, as I'm about to show you. So, we start off the stage, and as soon as it loads... Okay, I'm actually kind of used to Sonic running ahead of me because I've gotten all the emblems for Tails before, and pretty much it just makes Sonic faster in these stages. But, yeah, like, look at this right now. Sonic is nowhere near me. I am breaking these... Not only can you break this stage so badly with Tails just because of his ability to fly, but also because they give you these freaking boosts, which become the Rainbow Rings later in Sonic Heroes. Yeah, these break the game so badly, and you can have so much fun with Tails. Honestly, Tails is probably my second favorite character in this game just because of how much fun you can have with him in breaking these levels. And also what I told you before, how in the GameCube and I believe the Dreamcast versions, you can just break the hub worlds too with all the stuff you can fly to. In fact, there's a few glitches you can do in that Egg Hornet fight that I didn't really bother showing off for the sake of LP, but okay, we're supposed to... Or the game can teleport me on that. Okay. Also, I just noticed the icons of Sonic and Tails on the bottom are the other classic game. I know this game was the bridge between classic and modern, but still. Which is weird because, you know, I thought Sonic 4 was supposed to be the bridge between classic and modern in terms of story. I mean, in terms of aesthetic, this is the bridge game, but whatever. Oh, hi, Sonic.
That wasn't too bad.
Funny thing is, if Sonic beats you to it, he says something cocky like, I found it, and all that. So, Tails does have plot significance, but pretty much, yeah, Tails' story is going to go by no problem. Anyway, continuing on about the whole Game Grumps thing. I'm sorry, like, also in the comments when people like defend Aaron on the by the way, sometimes when you're in the hub world, you can actually use your tail spin in order to get some rings. And wow, I found a life. Okay. But you can use that on grass in the hub world to go find random items. Anyway, when people defend Aaron about his terrible skill at playing video games, especially at Sonic, I just laugh. Because he basically says that Sonic Adventure DX is a bad game and everything, and Dan's just sitting there just because Dan only plays classic games, so when he sees modern games, he kind of disagrees with everything Aaron has to say. So it's honestly really terrible, and like after seeing episode 1, I don't want to watch anymore. One, not only did he get a lose a life to Chaos Zero, he game overed on Emerald Coast in the same exact spot. And again, he blamed the game for his fuck up, and that just made me laugh. Anyway, before, you might remember we had to get an upgrade for Sonic in order to open Casinopolis. Tails, we just have to fly up and do this. Whoop. Now we go in. Now, for Tails, because everything is a race, there is no casino aspect. Everything here is just the sewer level, which again can be completely broken if you know what you're doing. And considering I'm also playing on the first level and not the third level, which I'm used to, Sonic is going to be absolutely no problem here. He's probably never going to even overtake me in this too. I mean, I say that, but the map in this area is weird, so sometimes it might show Sonic being ahead of you when he actually isn't. Though it's weird, I think the way the game works is that Sonic kinda has rubber band AI in the sense that if you are, I jumped over that, if you are too ahead of him, he will, the game, like, instead of him, like, just getting, his AI getting better at knowing where to go, the game will outright just place him in an area that's like, right in front of you. Because you saw that in Windy Hill also, not Windy Hill, that's Sonic Lost World. You saw that in, Windy Valley also, that, like, he was nowhere near me, and yet 3 shields in a row, and I got it broken. Anyway, level beat. But you see, like, his icon, like, he's catching up to me really quickly when he's actually really nowhere near me. And it does kind of bother me, honestly. Anyway, second level beat. Now that I think about it, we might be able to beat Tails' story within one session. That'll be a little funny, actually. Oh, let's see what happens. Cutscene time.
What's that? The Chaos Emerald!
Get away from there!
Ah!
Nighty night!
Eggman! Sonic, what happened to the Chaos Emerald?
Eggman got one of them, but the other one's safe. He must be getting desperate.
Now the emerald count is 2-1 and Eggman's winning. Let's get a move on.
So over here is Cream's other cameo. Hey Cream, it's nice to see you again. If the camera, yeah. I saw. Oh man, I was choking on some water earlier. I still find it weird that it's her Sonic Heroes model. I think Heroes was in production during this time. I don't remember. Anyway, as you can tell, because again we're skipping stages. The next stage is not Emerald Coast. Next stage is freaking Ice Cap. Jeez, I can't talk right now. So what's on topic? You know, honestly, again, I don't want to bring up personal life that much when I come to like LPing and everything, but I've honestly been having like a really bad the past few weeks and all that, especially with the whole news about Iwata's passing it. So I don't know, just I can't say like much about him that like other people haven't said, but yeah, rest in peace, dude. Anyway, go up here to Ice Cap. Interesting thing about Ice Cap is the level that's included for Tails' demo in Sonic Adventure DX. And for some reason, for some reason, I honest to God do not understand why it is. Because you don't really get to play as Tails at all. Like, you get to... Did I go over the... I went over the loading zone. I went over the loading zone. That's funny. Anyway. Yeah, this is the place where Tails' demo is in the demo disc for the GameCube. And, yeah, you get the idea that Tails' levels are all going to be racing Sonic. But I don't understand why they picked this level, just because... It's the most unique, sure, but you don't get to control Tails at all. You're just snowboarding. So when I actually got to play this game, you know, renting it from Blockbuster back when Blockbuster was the thing back in the day, I didn't know how to play as Tails, just because this stage did not tell me anything about how to control Tails. It was just all snowboarding. I don't know, like when I look at the Sonic Adventure DX demo, I always look at it as just weird, because it's like, the stages they pick for the demo are just so out there. In fact, the one thing that bothered me is that the stage that they picked for Amy was her last level. And I don't know, like, I know, like, the stages in terms of the game are all just, you know, everyone goes to them, with the exception of one level. But the fact that they chose Amy's final level for her demo is really... Whoa, okay. That was weird. Yeah, it's just the fact that they chose Amy's final level is weird, and the fact that they chose this stage for Tails. See, you see Sonic's Rubber Band AI in the background, by the way, how he's catching up to me, even though I've been doing a decent job so far. Anyway, I know that, like, when I played the demo, though, my first glimpse of Emerald Coast was actually with, I think it was with Big. Because I know with, actually, I'm not sure. What did they give Sonic for his demo level? I don't exactly remember. Yeah, because I think Big's demo was Windy... No, I keep saying Windy Hill. Emerald Coast. And then Sonic was, shoot. What was Sonic's, demo level? I mean, I want to say his demo level is also Emerald Coast. If it was, that's weird. I can see Sonic in the background. If it was, it's weird because, you know, why would you give two characters the same level? Like, I mean, I know they have different gameplay, but that's kind of bad. Anyway, if you remember what happened in Sonic's story after we did Ice Cap, we have to go fight Knuckles. So, you know what time it's for.
Knock, knock, it's Knuckles.
Anyway. I mean, that meme is a bit weird now just because of Sonic Boom and the new Knuckles, which, by the way, even though Boom Knuckles is an absolute idiot, I love him so much, especially in the cartoon show. Okay, so, over here, it's time for...
Knock, knock, it's Knuckles.
Hey, Knuckles! What's up? What are you doing, Knuckles?
Don't mess with me now. Just hand over the emeralds you have. Quick!
No way, Knuckles!
So let's see if I can make this boss fight a complete joke.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
He didn't even get to talk.
Whoa! Oh no, the emeralds!
And they're all mine.
Eggman's back! He's got the emeralds!
You two are bumbling idiots. You know that.
Hey, those are the Chaos Emeralds.
You are so easily tricked. All I did was wait for you to bring it to me.
What the heck is he talking about anyway?
Don't you realize when you've been tricked?
Tricked? No one makes a fool out of me.
Way to go, knucklehead!
4! Count 'em! 4 emeralds. I summon chaos. Come forth! Here, eat up.
Oh no! It's changing again! We gotta stop this fast!
Now, with Chaos 4 here, again, the fight's slightly harder just because you don't have Sonic's homing attack, but it's also made easier because, you know, Tails can fly. So, something weird you might notice, as I said before, because everything in this game, at least in the US version, is from the character's perspective, so the dialogue is different depending on who you're playing as, you might notice the fact that Sonic is completely, like, pretty much like silent, staring into blank space in Tails' story. Get used to that, because apparently in Tails' mind, Sonic is an absolute idiot, and he's the only one that gets work done. Which, I mean, if you go by the personalities in Lost World, that is true, but I don't know. I guess while I'm fighting Chaos, I can talk about Lost World for a bit, because I believe the last time I recorded this was before Lost World came out. But pretty much in Lost World, I'm sorry, I hate Sonic and Tails' personalities and that. Like, it's a good game. Like, honestly, I don't like it when people call that a bad game just because it's a good game in of itself. I just don't like the choices they made. And wow, the camera's being weird. Yeah, I just don't like the choices they made to some of the things. Like, for some reason, Tails and Sonic are complete assholes in that game. And the Deadly Six, design-wise, I like them, but they are... Not only are they stereotypes, but just outside of having stereotypes, they just have no personality. And that bothers me, especially when they got good voice actors for them too, like Liam O'Brien and all that. Anyway, we beat Chaos 5, so...
Behold my floating masterpiece, the Egg Carrier! But it pales in comparison to the power of Chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friends!
Hey, we can't let him get away! Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado!
Yeah!
You guys go. I have some unfinished business to take care of.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Come on! Let's get going!
Okay, so, I just noticed the time on this, especially since I had to do that cut. Yeah, we're actually almost at the 30-minute mark, so, well, I'm going to split Tails' story into two parts. So, in the next episode, we finish up Tails' story by doing, Sky Chase and everything else that's left to do in Tails' story, because his story actually gets, pretty different, once we get up to, Sky Chase. See you guys next time.